Yeah, everything will be
Yeah.
the same. Hopefully, we should be live. Someone say hello in chat. Tell us we're live. No comments yet. We should be. We should be. We'll talk about something in a minute. Well, is you watching on the screen, Mark? Does it come live?
Not yet.
Not just yet.
There was a hell of a delay. Oh, it's on now.
We're all
No,
good?
that's the old one.
Boom, boom, boom. Ah, Manic has returned. We're back. We're back. We're back. Hopefully, guys, that'll be better. You're live. Thanks very much, everybody. Paul, Manic. Michelle is there. Michelle will soon bang on the ceiling or something if we're buffering, won't she? So she'll let us know.
Yeah. She'll run up. Well, I was going to say she'll run up the stairs, but it would take her about a year.
Right. Seems to be okay. So, right. Brilliant. Roy, would you like to crack
I think you need to go back over Mark's buffet because people wouldn't have heard it because of the buffering.
Right.
Mark's buffet is actually quite good and tasty. Mine's not.
I think they might have heard it, but I'll run through it quickly again. So I'm on the FP with the Hadron. I've been smashing this FP again recently. Absolutely fucking loving it. Whoever designed that. Proper pat on the back, that's what I say. Little Helvet mod, the Trishul version 2 mechanical mod with the all new Hellbeast on top of there, the Hellbeast RDA, which is performing really, really nice. Not a massive fan of the deck and the way the coil's going because I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Probably not, but the way the deck's designed, you have to like twist the coils once they're in. You have to twist them around because the legs are at an angle, like a diagonal angle, and it's just a bit of a ball ache. But the vape on it's really, really good. Really nice airflow options on that. So really enjoying that. And finally, I'm on the Thor version 2 with what's that, Roy?
Would that be a?
What is that?
Nevermore.
Is that a Nevermore?
It's something I knew you were getting before you got it.
I know. So, yeah. Massive thanks to a good friend of mine, David, for sending that over. Really, really appreciate that. He will be getting a Blazer for Christmas for that. So that's what I'm on. A couple of juices. I've got my goose juice. Love this stuff in the dripper. Little cheeky Carlin on the go for a Tuesday night. Keep it nice and light. There you go. That's me.
Excellent stuff. Well, no one said anything about the screen is delayed. Really? Oh, Kieran says it's better. Right, we'll crack on. I think we're okay.
It's not buffering. Yeah, it's not buffering.
Excellent.
Good evening, everybody in chat. Good evening, Mr. TVP. Good evening, Mr. Next Review.
Good evening.
I'm on the Tackett 2 with a the Nevermore sitting on top of that. Just trying a different build on the Tackett 2 to see how it goes. Getting ready for the review. I've got the VP Argus Air pod. I know you hate pods. It's downstairs. It's in charge, which is the geyser. And I've also got the VP Argus with a VP pod on top. That's me.
So I've got two guests on my show, and neither have got a Nest on the go.
I have a Nest sitting here. It's just I have the Nest sitting here on top of the Vert. It's just I haven't vaped it today, so that's why I haven't reached it and said. I just reached what I'm vaping today.
That's got the pre-made call you sent in, Mark. I've been using that for the last week or so.
How'd you get on with that, Mark?
I like it. Very good.
Good.
But Mark, look, mine's all going. See?
Yours is fully functional. Well, that's all right. You say, yep. I just thought I'd, just mention it.
And
allowed.
I've got that in it.
Oh, you got some true juice in there.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We had a bit of a swap on the juice, didn't we, Roy? Because I've got this one in mine.
Yeah.
Captain's Custard Strawberry. So.
You still enjoying it?
I am still enjoying it. How much have I got left? Yeah, I've still got quite a bit left. We're all right. Yeah, I'll just send a comment in chat. I'll address this one before I tell everyone what I'm vaping on, and it is nothing bad. Let's put him on the screen. Shane Gibson, very good customer of mine. Tokamak is a great RDA. Now I've got the bass issue sorted. Now the bass issue, just in case anyone reads that and thinks it's a problem with the bass, it wasn't. It was a problem with the man at Nature Vape who supplied it without a bass.
Oops.
And I'll tell you how that came to being, because Net Vapor, great reviewer, did a review of it, and he struggled with the Allen key. And I said, what you need to buy, get yourself, is one of these Werers. And I couldn't remember where a screwdriver. The green shows through the bricks, doesn't it, with this green screen? I couldn't remember the serial numbers, or if it was a 1.3 or a 1.5. So I thought, well, I'll go and get the. Oh, everyone say, oh.
Everyone meet Princess Boo.
Oh, I know Bus Bus.
What's happening, Boo?
Everyone say, oh. So anyway, I thought I'll get a deck of the RDA, and I'll just find out so I don't tell Net Vapor wrong. And of course, I left it on the mod that I pulled it off to check the screws. And Tina packed it wasn't Tina's fault, it was mine. Sent it off with the next order, and that happened to be Shane Gibson. So I apologise, Shane, but he has now got his deck. So what am I vaping on? Well, I'm on the Nevermore. We're all on a Nevermore. I've got that on the Easy mod. And I still got this kicking at this. I can't seem to get rid of the dot mod with the dot shell. Still as a user. And what else am I on? I'm still on, obviously, I'm on a Nest on this Mustang mod.
I'm on the Nest.
I'm on the Nest. Everyone should be on the Nest.
Everybody should be on the Nest.
Everyone should be on the Nest. It's a very enjoyable place to be. And I mean, I've got another Nevermore on here because, Mark's only got one. So I thought, you've got to have two, haven't you?
I've only got one.
You've only got
two Tokamaks. Yeah, I've got two Tokamaks.
Two Tokamaks.
Yeah.
And I think that's about all I'm on. I've actually, doing the other Nest here as well. I'll better go on that one. I think this one was the one I built last week. I think it was. Which I did live, which was all right, wasn't it, Roy?
It was very good live.
No dramas, no faffs, was there? We were all right.
No meltdowns.
No meltdowns. No, we were all good.
Ish.
Goodish. We'll go with goodish.
So,
who else?
Come on, out.
Now, we aren't going to be able to talk to Mark.
Mark's shooing the pussy out.
Now he's got his cat there. He's not going to. UK Vapester Rob, evening bummers. How's everyone doing? We're doing all right. Do you know, Mark, the last time you were on a show with Vic?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing. Guessing it was the last UK Vape show I did before I got unceremoniously fired.
It was tonight. There was a blurry screen with Rob, and he's like showing a blurred picture of a reviewer, and you had to guess who it was. You were one of the pictures, and so was Vic. So I thought,
how dare you, Tarquin? Just remember, Tarquin. Remember, me and you shall be together for a good few hours on Friday night. So tread lightly, my friend.
Yeah, it was you, not your previous gaff, your gaff before that, when you were looking very young and trim. Not old, not like you are now, old and haggard and sexy.
You were on the show as well. I did see Roy in chat, and I thought, well, I'll be speaking to you in a minute, so I'll say hello then. Rufus is on the Nevermore on the Wicket. Now, Rufus, how do you watch this show, Rufus? Do you watch it on your telly in front of your wife so she can hear? Or are you in private? Because I did read your review of the Nest. Something about bought two, don't tell the wife? Something like that.
It's a bit late now, isn't it, if she's fucking listening?
All you'll hear now is...
across the room. Warning, me and the wife are watching it together. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks for that. She's just thrown the coffee at me.
No, what you should have said was it was buy one get one free.
Well, it was, of course, for Rufus because he's such a good customer. I have had people say, "Can you just put in the envelope congratulations on winning the prize?" Stuff like that. I've had all sorts in time. It's brilliant. One or two new people coming in chat. David, I've missed people now. Sorry, we had a bit of a freezy moment and had to come back. Mobro is in chat. Grant Mullins, Dion and Michelle we knew. And I think, well, I'll get to him as I go. Wouldn't be the same if I wasn't
next week.
Anyway, Billy Hopkins.
Get to him next week.
Scott Morrison. Sorry, say again, Roy.
We'll get to him next week.
Oh, harsh. Pav, here again. World Trader. Right. So, Mark, you have now got...
Rufus has left the chat.
Oh, he hasn't, has he? Oh, need to pick your guest better in future, Mark. All I'm hearing is...
How dare you? Who said that?
David Adair.
David Adair. Just because you bought me a Nevermore.
Very nice of him too. Do you know what? It really makes you feel good, doesn't it, when you get a message like that from David?
Yeah.
And he messaged me and said, I'm going to buy it, but can you post it on? You've got his address. And he wasn't the only one. There was another man too. So there's two people trying to buy you one, Mark.
Yeah, no, I was shocked and extremely pleased at the same time because I really wanted to try one, but this is not I don't mean this to sound like a pity fucking post or anything like that, but obviously the new job I'm in, the money's like just garbage. So things like that are an absolute luxury I can't afford now. So I was over the moon to get one. Really, really pleased.
Is your boss in chat, Mark?
If he is, he will
put me money up.
He won't be in this chat.
Dust off your wallet. Help me. Pav's waiting for the true pro RTA. Yeah, so am I, Pav. So am I. Not yet, Pav, is the answer to that. As I've said.
Can I just say, Mark, you're putting like extreme pressure on yourself now for the true pro after raving about this for so long.
Well, that is the thing, isn't it? But I mean, you're like me, Mark. Credit where it's due, and if the credit's there, credit's there. And I've had a couple of semi-negative reviews. I call the negative review 3 out of 5 stars. I look at that as negative.
I thought you were going to say semi-negative reviews.
No, but what was one comment? Not getting the flavour he thought we should get. I've had no issues with flavour, personally. No. And the other, I mean, there's one, I think it was Rufus actually, he said his only negative he had was the top cap.
Yeah, I'm the same. The top cap for me, it should have a stopper on. I don't like this going all the way around nonsense. I don't know why they've done it. I don't know what they've gained from it. It should definitely have had a stopper on. But apart from that, no issues at all.
I kind of agree, but I will say I've had no issues with that top cap either.
No issues whatsoever. But what I'm saying is,
pressure.
It's got a real good resistance to it, but there's always that opportunity. If you're out and about and it's knocking and banging, it could come off.
Yeah. The
opportunity is there, whereas if it had a stopper on, it'd never happen.
Yeah. I mean, there is that. Rufus says, best screwdrivers going. They are actually. These things are just... Look at that. You see straight through the green, but it is... I can't even cover the green screen. Oh, is it? No, it won't. No, it won't work. But they are good.
TVP, I think Michelle's comments aimed at you mostly.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, you did do...
Jesus.
I do. Your nipples are amazing.
Oh, it's what the nipples are attached to, though.
True.
When you get to my age and you have to start wearing trainer bras, it's a downward slippery slope. Mark knows.
I've got my smiley t-shirt on today because I needed to feel happy this morning. I don't know if you can see it, can you? No. Yeah, there you go. It's my little smiley face.
Jesus, big enough.
They're my moobs.
Oh.
The smile is as well.
Smiley.
I just wanted to touch on what someone mentioned earlier as well. Obviously, we've lost this week. We lost a massive personality in the UK vape scene, Mr. Les Picking. sadly passed away a couple of nights ago. And for me personally, he's someone who will be greatly, greatly missed, because I remember when I first started vaping, he was literally the very first channel I ever came across. Him and Vic were the first two channels I came across. And I just loved he was quirky, he was a bit mental, a little bit out there, something different. You know, he weren't scared to take the mick out of himself, but also very knowledgeable at the same time. You know what I mean? Back in the day, he used to know what he was talking about, and he'd be greatly, greatly missed. And I think it's a massive shock and a massive loss to the UK vaping industry. My thoughts go out to his family, and just rest in peace, big man. You will be missed a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll second that. Absolutely.
I heard it.
He did a review years ago on my. He didn't do many for me, but he did the Pro Coils, and he just had his own style, didn't he? He didn't try to copy anyone. You know,
No.
just completely individual. And I think he did. Was it Orchids before he went into his e-liquids and stuff?
He did, yeah. He's into orchids, and then recently he started doing resin stuff and shit like that. He was very, very creative man. Like, if you watch a lot of his older stuff, you know, with the costumes and stuff like that, just an absolutely out there wacky guy.
Yeah.
You know, really good friend of mine over the years. I was lucky enough to get to know him on a real personal level, and yeah, just he will be missed massively.
I never did meet him, but obviously, you know, I saw him. From
Never did I.
He definitely had. I remember one of his comments when someone said, because he used to, you know, he'd put a dress on and do all sorts, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Funny glasses and funny teeth. And I remember in one of his comments, he put to someone, "You absolutely get me." It's like he understood, because he understood him, and he wasn't the easiest person to work out. You thought, where is this humour? Where's it going? But you could. It was just
I think it was just like proper old school Morecambe and Wise type slapstick humour. That was led to me. You know, like I say, he didn't mind, you know, taking the mickey out of himself, which I like that about people. If you can't take the mickey out of yourself, then in my opinion, you've got no right taking the mickey out of other people, and that's what he did massively.
Yeah,
just took himself off all the time.
Yeah,
and just a shock, man. Just like a massive shock. I was watching because he does the lives on Saturday.
Yeah,
I was catching up on the Sunday, watching a little bit of his live because I scrolled across it on Facebook, and then the day after he's gone.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, it's very sad. I don't know what it was from, but it's very, very, very sudden. Shane
yeah, so obviously, I just wanted to touch on that, and I think, you know, I can speak for everyone when when I say thoughts to the family, and, you know, just give them the respect that don't be asking silly questions and stuff. Just let them grieve.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems odd now to read Shane's comment, doesn't it? Not sure I told you I'd take the piss. No harm done. Not put it down yet. So he obviously likes it as well. I haven't tried mine yet, to be fair. I haven't given that a go. What's that? Give me a wave and I'll tell you when I see it. Scott Morrison, don't know what that is. Don't know. Part of another conversation, I guess. Yeah, so Rob, UK Vapester, says, looking forward to it, Bud. Is this a good time to put a picture on the screen? No,
I think it's as good a time as any, don't you?
Well, I think it might feature once or twice tonight, because, you know, we like to have a little. Well, I'll put the picture up and we'll let Mark to have a little. Oh, I'll put the big one up. I didn't want that one. I want the little one first.
Yeah, do the little one first. We'll end on the big one. So yeah, there you go, guys. It's happening, and it's happening this Friday, the 18th of December at 9 p.m. It's Only Bantamate, the Christmas special. So as you can see on the picture, we've got myself, Mike MFA, we've got Tarquin UK Vapester, we've got the legendary Roy, we've got Niche is coming back for a one-off, we've got Niche Vape coming back, which I'm super stoked about. We've got Nature Vape, Mr. Mark Burns is coming on. We've also got a new lad coming on. We've got Mark Jackson from Jackson's Vape Reviews, who is super excited to be on the show, and I'm excited to get him on as well. I've watched a bit of his stuff, and I like what I see, so I think he'll be a good addition to the Friday show. We're all going to be very festive. We're all going to be looking very festive, and it's just going to be an absolute fucking blast. I plan on doing a couple of little quizzes, just 10-question quizzes, a couple of prizes on the end of them. gift giving, shall I say, and it's just going to be an absolute blast. So be there 9 p.m. this Friday on my channel.
On Mark's channel, 9 p.m. I think there's a lot of people will be excited about that, Mark, because every time you come on, it's when's it Only Banter Mate coming on? When's it coming on? And you know, I've obviously never been on it, so it's a virgin appearance for me. Have I got to have something Christmassy about me, or can I? You know,
You have that was actually the stipulation when I messaged you, Mark. You might need to read through your WhatsApps again and just
oh really?
refresh
I'm a bit
your
humbug.
memory.
I might have a bit of holly or something. Is that right?
Only if you're wearing it from your nipples, I'm afraid.
and I guess, Roy, you're well looking forward to it.
Of course, it'd be good to get back. I haven't actually spoke to Nish in such a long time either. It'd be good to have a catch up with him. But it's one of the things that I have missed. I love this show with you, Mark. But It's Only Banter Mate is just a completely different kettle of fish altogether. It is just like a few mates down the pub having a good old giggle.
That is a good question, Luke.
Covered...
That is a very, very good question. Will we see a tonked up Mark Nature on Banter? He might have a few advocates.
Am I going to be having a bevy?
Yeah,
absolutely. I think it calls for a
shandy.
A bottle of wine, I think. Definitely.
Oh, shandy. Geez. He's southerner, it's shandy.
Yeah, is it going to be the mulled kind? A bit of mulled wine and a glass of Advocaat?
No, you see, MF is in chat, and he knows that, you know, it's not a shandy for Norfolk. He has seen, he has witnessed my drinking firsthand.
Yes, we have. We have witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah, and so you
and Mark,
Dean but you didn't actually see me winding up to the point where I met you.
Yeah, go on, Roy. What are we saying?
On Tarquin's show, there, Dean said he may be making an appearance for a little bit.
No, I told him he's welcome. I didn't want to give him an official invite because obviously before he made the announcement that he's going to start doing more live shows, I just always assumed, you know, like he'd always said, the only show I do is my own, so that's why he never got asked. But then I spoke to him afterwards and said, listen, you want to come on? Yeah, absolutely welcome. So hopefully we will be seeing Dean as well for a couple of hours. That'd be
nice.
Perfectly splendid.
It will be.
Paul Hinchcliffe, fancy the Nevermore, but got the new K-Fun light coming. Well.
I like the look of that.
You'd have been better with the Nevermore.
No, I like the look of that K-Fun. I'm really intrigued with that new airflow.
You can't knock the K-Fun until you tried the K-Fun, I guess.
No.
And talking about airflows, Mr. TVP, how's yours?
What about airflows?
Yeah, the question did come up earlier. How's your tank coming on?
Oh God, it's been a nightmare. It's been an absolute nightmare. We're getting there, but it's the most slow, painful process I think I've ever fucking encountered in my entire life.
Welcome to my world, Mark.
Yeah, no, it's not going as painless as the FP, let's put it that way. It's stressing me out now, but we're getting there. We're actually getting somewhere in the last couple of weeks, so yeah. I did say next year, so...
See, but you haven't had a prototype yet, have you?
Well, they sent to, and I got a customs charge of, I think it was £120 when I said I'm not paying it, and they said, they insisted I pay it, and they'll reimburse me. I said, you've no chance. Number one, I haven't fucking got 120 quid to pay it. So they got sent back. I
get that quite a lot, you know, but the trouble is you don't know what's coming. I have a DHL will arrive with one of their yellow plastic, boxes. And you'll get a customs charge. You don't know what it is until you've received it and got it, do you? You know, with me.
The amount of charges I've paid, Mark, where I've had to pay like £30 or £35 and you open it, it's one pod system and you're like,
fuck. You open it and it's a shitty pod and you think, oh, really? You know, 30 quid I got to pay for a pod and I didn't want it.
The world's most expensive disposable pod ever.
How do they work out the custom charges? I thought it was like they'd look at something, they'd open it, look at it and see, right, this is what value this is. There hasn't been that, there's not tax being paid on it.
No, you get with I've got an account, obviously, but when mine comes through, they just deliver mine and then I'll get a letter in the post with my customs charges, and you think, oh, that's for that, was it? Thanks. You know, so and then you know, I pay it online, or you know, with
No, it's a good question, Ruth. How can there be a customs charge on
Exactly.
a sample with no retail price? But the thing is, and I've argued this with DHL, UPS, all of them. Look, I'm a reviewer. I'm not paying for this. I've not purchased this product. It's a free product, so there shouldn't be a customs charge on it, as far as I'm concerned. But it is what I think. I had one last year or the year before, and it was £160 custom charge, and this was from UPS. £160.
Oh, you did
Almost
well to actually get the product from them.
Fucking hell.
Normally, you have to pass all the tests and a certificate to get anything through the UPS.
And Tomac, it'll actually be better if the UK makes a trade agreement with China, then there won't be any customs charges and things coming from China. So
China.
It's EU custom charges that's a killer. But that's us in Northern Ireland. We're going to still be have to adhere to them, and it'll be like if Nature Vape was posting me something across, if I buy something on the site, there's a potential I'm going to get charged an import tax on it.
Yeah, there would be actually, wouldn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. There's going to be a chance of it because we're still in the EU.
They'll probably come up with a deal at the final hour anyway. So we'll give.
Well, no, it's looking this. Listen, they're running out. What they got now? What is it? 50? They got 16 days to come up with a deal. If they haven't done it in the last 2 years, then I'm sorry.
How many years?
4 years. 4
4
years.
and a half years.
4.5 years.
I'm on about big fucking white buffoon coming.
I was on holiday in Rhodes when Brexit was being voted on. And when I got back, I remember saying, this will take 2 years to resolve all this. It's 4.5 years later. They're still...
I know. Well, I think they were hoping the more they delayed it, then it just wouldn't happen. They could probably get another referendum, and that'd be that. That'd be the end of it. But unfortunately,
I don't know.
You can't throw your toys out of the pram when the boat doesn't go your way, can you? And say, can we do that again?
Yeah. Best out of 3.
The best out of 3, yeah. Well, rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah, best of 3. Come on. I hate losing. Kieran, looking forward to the Neverwalk. Yeah, thanks, Kieran. I saw your order just before I came on the show, so thanks for that. Rufus says there's a 3-star but with no comments. Right, well, I can edit that. And there's Paul's.
I'll tell you another issue I've got with this.
Ooh.
Which I think we spoke about before was the metal inserts. Not a good idea. Then they should have been made out of PEEK.
What, for the insert?
The inserts, the airflow inserts.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have been made out of metal.
Why?
Because you get a risk of shorting and stuff.
Well, you pretty much got that with any tank, haven't you? You know, like the True Tank, it's a metal insert directly under that, and most of the time it is metal. We don't disagree on a lot, Mark. I don't see an issue with the inserts.
Nor do I.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've only looked at them briefly. I didn't really use any of the inserts. I'm just spitballing it here. Wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better if made out of PEEK, like a lot of inserts you get?
But I've had some mouth to lung tanks, and I'm trying to think of which one comes to mind. And they had what was it, a Vandivape one? They had PEEK inserts underneath, and even though they were PEEK, they burnt, and you can actually see them, especially when you pulsed your coil to dry burn it. You could see them singed. Am I echoing back on myself now?
No.
You were, yeah.
I thought it was, yeah. If I am booger, but yeah. So I get what you're saying, Mark. I do get what you're saying, but they'd have to be made out of very good material to do that, because that chance of that tainted taste coming through is there, I think.
Yeah, I had that on the Blotto. There was a real issue with them melting when you dry burn the cars, because the insulators come right on the sides where the coils are, and it'd start melting, and then when you start vaping, it's like you can taste that plasticky, horrible. Just in. Rasper says he likes the top cap better than the postless deck. He doesn't like the postless deck.
How are you getting on with the postal stack, Mark? Do you like that?
On
the Nevermore.
Yeah, no issues with the deck. Absolutely fine. No problems whatsoever. So it's like Matt Benson said there, the coil legs can touch the insert. It's happened with him a couple of times, which I guess kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just build better. We know you can't build, Mark, so,
Actually, Mr. McPeak, I can build. It's the wicking I struggle with.
Did you use the beaver method, Mark? Did you go with
I did actually. That was the first tank I used. The patented, by the way, the trademarked beaver method.
That's all right then. As long as you.
I think my review will be the first review out with the beaver method on it.
Do it, Roy. Do it.
It is. I've got that bit recorded, so it's. I have mentioned the beaver method in that, so.
Matt says, "How about ceramic? The trouble with ceramic inserts is people don't trust the shit that comes off ceramic. We've seen ceramic stuff over the years, and a lot of vapors just turn the nose up at it instantly because you just don't know what you're vaping on. You don't know the shit that's coming off ceramic. So I guess that's why.
But if you put the insert in properly, then it's just like if it's a flat metal deck. And I can't.
I'm guessing what Matt means is, so let's say you're using a fused Clapton, a metal-lung fused Clapton, which most people would in this Nevermore. Yep. Then you get that little strand coming off, or then a couple of little strands, then and it shorts or touches the insert, then it's not going to fire, is it? It's going to short out.
True. Well, I've had
what Mark? Am I clutching at straws here?
No. I'm just saying.
I'm nitpicking, aren't I?
I thought, when was the last time I cut a coil leg off and left a couple of strands dangling?
I've done it. You know when you've built it, or you cut the leg once it's in. Yeah. Especially when you could try to cut it flush through, so you cut the leg. Not so much for the porcelains because you're pre-cutting it. Yeah. Once you cut the leg, and then you get that little strand, what you've missed if your cutters are a bit shit, and then it fucking ends up short in the. You've wicked it all, you put it back in, and then it's shorted.
Yeah, I'm not. I've had it.
You're not a real vapor, Mark, until you've done that. Okay.
Well, I just must be perfect. I think I'd have picked that up. While I was using the beaver method to wick it, I think I'd have spotted that a little bit.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt says he had to drill one of the Nevermore air pins as the ones in the box are too tight. Need to be careful. Yeah, that's what you were referring to there, was that the coil legs touching the insert too. They would have to move along, and they couldn't. It's a postless deck. How would it come out and go back in again? Do you know what I mean? I don't see it as a problem personally. I've got to say.
Snap. I agree with you.
All I'm saying is it's not against the realms of possibility, is it? That's all I'm saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Throw it out there. So, and drilling the pins, I guess. I mean, the issue I had really was that the pins weren't sized. You had to eyeball them to have a look to see which one was which, and I mentioned that on my review. But drilling them out, you can actually leave it without an air pin at all.
I haven't got any in.
You haven't got any?
No.
I haven't got any in at the minute in this one either. I've tried 3. I've tried the biggest, the smallest, and the medium one.
Right. Well, there's 4.
And there's 4. I haven't tried the 4th one, and I've trying it without it in it, which makes 5 altogether.
Sorry, mate. The biggest, the smallest, and the middle one.
Well, I count none. I count none as 1.
Yeah, I count none as 1. None is the way forward. All right, you don't need any.
So none is 1. Yeah. So there are 5. 5 options.
There's 5. There's 5 options. So I've tried this one. It's number 3, as if you're counting this as 1 without any in it, and then the biggest one is 5. So that's what I've tried so far.
So I think in mine I've got 4 pins. I've got the 3rd. I have, honestly. I've got the third one. The one step down from the biggest.
Hey, right. Do you want some cream for that burn?
I think I've got some cooling cream somewhere here. I still got it in this drawer.
Dion said he can't believe it. Yeah. What about the vape team taking a break? Oh, I didn't.
I've not heard.
Didn't know.
No, I've not watched this week. I normally catch up on my day off, but I've not managed to catch up on this week's show. I do like the vape team. I like it because again, it's only like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes long, so you can just sit there with a coffee, watch the show.
Yeah.
I've just been so busy over the last while, I haven't seen anything.
No doubt someone will tell you very quickly. Super Hot Wheels. It's Les Pickin, Juice Cabin, who passed.
Yeah.
MF what? Oh, it's Paul Hinchcliffe talking to Mike MF. So it'd be nice to see Mike as well on Friday. Chat with him. I don't think I've ever spoken to Nish. I've always liked him as a reviewer and a person as I've watched him. I always think he's like straight as a gate. That's how I look at Nish. You know that
he is with Nish. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
On screen, off screen.
Good lads.
That's
shame to see him walk around. He did, but
sorry, say again, Matt.
It was a shame to see him walk away when he did, but he just had enough.
He just had enough of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, we're going through a fairly quiet time of silliness at the moment, aren't we? I think so.
Well, give it another 2 weeks, I'd say. Silliness might.
Well, now we're on Tuesday night, so Wednesday, Thursday. Give it three nights.
Well, after Friday, I give it till the 4th, 5th of January. The silliness might, but it won't. I'm going to be on my best behaviour when I come back. Promise.
Yeah, right. Believe that.
I promise, Rock.
I'm just looking through the.
Yeah, I believe that.
There's a pig just flying across.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole airport over here.
You've got 3 or 4 of you, Roy, outside yours, all flying across.
There's a bloody airport. It's a formation. Oh, hang on. It's a T. Wait, there's a V. Oh, and there's a P.
Hey, they weren't them,
perfect formation there.
No, don't say it, Mark. You're on Mark's show. I was going to say it.
Yeah, you see, you're always quite well behaved on here, aren't you, Mark?
I am.
Always quite well behaved. Evening, Matt Polly. He's apologising for being late.
100 lines. Don't let it happen again.
100 lines. God, did they still have such a thing in education? 100 lines?
No, they're not allowed to. Not allowed to. It's bullying.
That'd be bullying, wouldn't it? You can't force a kid to write lines. Good grief.
I remember
that's against the human rights, isn't it? God forbid when we used to take fucking 8 pencils up together.
10 pence again. Exactly.
Yeah.
10 at a time.
Yeah. But I had to write once, because we had this foolscap paper as well. It wasn't just like normal A4. It was this real long foolscap paper.
Oh, yeah. You used to just pick it off a roll, just roll it there.
I had to write 4 sides of the inside of a ping pong ball. That's what I had to write about, the inside of a ping pong ball. That's hard to write a sentence about, let alone 4 sides of foolscap.
But Mark, whenever you were at school, they used abacuses and chalkboards.
We did. You laugh. We did. We did. I remember at primary school there was an abacus. There was. And I had this conversation with someone today because he was saying, "Oh, I don't know anything about computers." I said, "Well, I'm older than you." I said, "There were no computers when I was at school. That wasn't a thing."
Snap.
There was. So
my secondary school, my grammar school had the most up-to-date IT suite of in the whole of UK, and it was 18 BBC B computers, and that was in 5th year as I was leaving school.
That's like, I try and tell my kids now. Listen, when I was at high school, when I left high school, there was still no internet. The internet wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What? No internet.
No interweb.
No mobile phones.
How did you talk to your mates? Well, what I had to do was get dressed, get on my bike, ride 3 miles, and knock on for them.
Knock on the door.
Get on my bike and ride home.
Can Dave
Exactly.
come out to play? No, you're a bad influence. Piss off.
You're like, Nan, can I use the phone? What for? To ring me mate? Piss off. Get on your bike.
Make sure your back as the big lights come on.
The dial one,
Yeah.
So you get like 6 numbers through. And you're like, I've got to start again.
Do you not learn the trick, Mark, of actually hitting the? When you put the receiver down, you could actually just hit it the number of times that you go 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4.
You get cross line.
And you would get that would dial your number, so you didn't have to actually go do the whole dial.
No, I just went through the whole rigmarole of dialing it, and then it'd go back. You press it, Airform of that old, so you go round, and then you'd have to wait like 15 seconds for it to just go back round. It'll be quicker to get on my bike and go.
It was Rufus that made that comment, was it? Will we see a pissed up Mark Nature Vape on banter? Yeah, he said bottle of wine. I think a nice bottle of red. That'll do.
Ooh.
I think that's what I'll be on.
So you better, Mark. You've got 3 days now to do some Christmas shopping for a nice Christmas jumper and a Santa hat, haven't you?
Not just a piece of holly, then.
That's not going to fly with me, I'm afraid.
It's not.
I even made my own Christmas cards.
Oh, look at that! Ain't that a thing? Is that from Bandcamp?
Yeah, that's from Bandcamp. What did I tell me? I don't know. My Christmas hat's over there, and I've got my Christmas jumper ready, Mark. So.
It's Christmas jumper. I don't think I possess a Christmas jumper. I am a right humbug, so I'm gonna do my best to.
I'm debating what to dress up as. I've got a couple of ideas, and
probably a topless gnome, knowing you. And
told you, Mark, my topless days are over.
Mark, you can't say that because I've got one request for Friday night that has to make an appearance.
What? Not
gold
Marlene.
Hot pants.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
the gold
Marlene.
hot pants. No, the gold hot pants must make an appearance.
Oh, I remember wearing them through the centre of Nottingham in the middle of November once. Jesus Christ! Just a pair of gold hot pants.
If you haven't seen TBP's ass in a pair of gold hot pants, you're missing out. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
it's only seconded it by his nipples.
Yeah, but you haven't lived, Mark.
Oh, Kieran says I'll be on Baby Sham. I haven't had a Baby Sham for yonks. Yonks and yonks. We'll be the only pub that will be open on Friday. I guess it will. Yeah, and of course Pav says he's witnessed it too, which he has. Yeah, because I was drinking with Pav that night as well. Yeah, I think you'd all gone off to the dinner, hadn't you, Mark? The awards ceremony.
Oh yeah, it was the Vaporhound Awards, right?
Vaporhound Awards, and obviously being a peasant, I wasn't invited, and I just thought, well, what's a man to do sitting here with Pav and MF? What's left to do? And the bar was open. Oh,
I remember that night when we got back. You were steaming, Mark, and I think MF was even more. I think Lisa left him that night. Shirley will find another room to sleep in.
We had a great night. It was really good. Yeah. I think actually it got to the point where I think I'd gone to the bar and brought everyone around. I thought I'll better get myself too because they're not flying quick enough. And I literally did. I got myself a couple of pints. Pig.
Yeah, but you're about 7'2", aren't you? You must have like all the legs as well.
6'2". I am 6'2". Yeah. I don't drink like I used to. I used to have a right thirst. I thought it was a fish at one point. In fact, I think it was a shoal at one point. But
I think though, when you get older, your body's like the more beer you try and put in your body's like, nope.
I can't handle it now.
Nope.
A skin full of. I mean, we used to go out on a Thursday night and play pool. I was in a pool league thing, and if I hadn't had a dozen pints, I wasn't happy. That was a decent night then, and I couldn't do that now. It'd kill me.
I've just realised two things. Mark, if me and you stood either side of TVP, you look like a right little gnome.
Feel like a rose between two shitty thorns, mate.
How do you feel, Mark? How's it? Do you feel special now?
And
Yeah, 'cause
the other
you're
thing,
tall,
you've changed. Yeah, 6'3".
6'3". Yeah.
Yeah. And with you
I
changing
just feel
side to
small.
the
It's like,
screens,
when
you're
you
actually
see some
looking
people
away
on
from us
camera,
tonight.
like Mark. Yeah, but like, I've spoke to Mark and many times on camera before, and then when you first meet him, it's like you look up at him, you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Did not
because
see that coming.
a lot of people have said, Mark looks a bit like Ronnie Corbett or something like that, and if I do, I do.
Piss off!
No, me, not you, me.
Not you.
And I thought, you obviously haven't seen me in the flesh then, because you do have this vision of someone. It's like someone who sits at the camera and he's like this, and you think, oh, he's a big lad. But you don't know until you meet someone, do you? But when you do, like when you first met me, you're like, shit, I didn't realise you were tall.
Yeah, no, it's just one of them where you like arch your neck, you're like, oh, Mark.
When I first met TVP, I heard him. I couldn't see him until I looked down.
I remember what you did the very first time you met me, Roy. You patted me on the head like a dog.
You didn't.
I swear to God, he did.
And Gareth says, "We're all tiny. Shrek's 6'10".
Load of comments about custom charges.
I think that's why you call.
On the retail side of things, people obviously are a victim to them. Sometimes they might think, "Oh, that's cheap. I'll get that," and then when they get walloped with a customs charge, it's all of a sudden that's not quite so cheap, is it? Depending on where they're bought.
That's why I was saying, just buy, especially in this day and age now. Just buy UK. Support your local businesses, man. It's all right saving $5 in China or £5 from China, but like you say, you could get slapped with customs. You're waiting 2 weeks for it. Just pay that extra $5 and support a local business.
Exactly. I hate buying anything from China, so I will do my best if I can. Anything I do buy, I'll buy it UK. Apart from the unicorn stuff, which I get directly from Canada. That's only because of the quality of it.
Roy's frizz. You're all right, Mark. That's just Roy. I noticed his lips were out of sync as well earlier as well. I don't know quite what's happening. It might be Roy's tinternet. Jackie Chan. Exactly. They've decimated our fishing stocks in areas some controllers needed, in my opinion. I mean, I live near the coast, so I understand perhaps more than some would about the UK fishing and how it has decimated our industry, really. It's changed, hasn't it? It used to be saying that, we raped the sea, didn't we, in the 60s, and as a country, there was no control, was there? But I saw the other day they've got...
Yeah, but I think in the last 15 years or so, the fish levels and stocks are going back up because they have got some kind of control on it.
There is control now, but there's. I saw an article the other day. There's these like super trawlers that I think I'm not blaming countries here. I think it's the Dutch, and the nets are a mile long, Mark, and they're just. It's like fill your boots before we have Brexit. That honestly a mile long, the nets, and you just think. That's just going to wipe out that area of fish, isn't it? It's just going to, and they're getting like, is it porpoises and seals? Everything's going in that net. Everything. It's got to be a better way.
Yeah.
I would have said.
Well, there is. You just stop all that, don't you? You stop these super trawlers and limit the catches they can actually catch and take from the sea.
I think it will all. We don't really want to go on to politics too much at all, but. I think it will all come down to fishing. I think that's where it will all go bandy, because I don't think I'll ever agree. I mean, I don't know how old you. How old are you, Roy?
49.
49. So I'm a little bit older than you, not much. Sorry, there's an echo now. But I remember the fishing wars in the 70s. I remember it every night on the telly. Boats banging into other boats, us falling out with the world type of thing. I remember all that, and I can just see full circle. We're going to get there again. Now I'm going to shut up and get off politics, because it's never a good idea. Ever a good idea.
I only eat line bought cod, me.
Oh, really? Line bought tuna and line bought cod.
Yeah, you know it.
I used to go sea fishing. I loved it. Loved sea fishing, but I never really caught a lot. I had one.
I like the. Sorry, Mark.
Well, I just had one really good experience. I happened to time a wave of cod coming past. I think I caught about 20 in one night from the beach. But other than that, you just want to catch one. Go on, what you saying?
Yeah, I like the tuna program on telly where they go out catching like fresh tuna. Some of the size of them fish. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And some of them sell for like $12,000-$13,000 per fish.
Yeah, that's better than
And
gold.
then they get them into these wee tins.
Yeah, and then they just squeeze it into a tin with a bit of oil in. It's like, God.
Do they do that on the boat?
No.
Fresh.
But I want to know, which fish do you get fish fingers from? I've never seen a fish with fingers.
Well, in theory, it's cod. In theory. Berserker 2, Albert Valenti. So that may be to my comment about the burnt inserts. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, it would
Yeah,
have
about
been.
half an hour ago. That's
mocking
about half
me.
an hour ago.
When he was mocking me, Mark.
I'd never mock you, Mark. I never have mocked you. I've taken the piss out of you once or twice, but I've never mocked you. There's a difference.
Oh, Friday, some payback on Friday.
God, I'm dreading it now. I'm going to have to get me Christmas jumper, aren't I?
You are. Get yourself down to Primark. Get into the battles.
Get into the where?
Into the battles, into Primark.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
Primark,
you look like the kind of guy that shops at Sainsbury's. They have a lot of Christmas jumpers in there.
Or I would say M&S and Waitrose.
You look like a Waitrose / Sainsbury's kind of geezer.
My mother is Waitrose. No, I'm actually Aldi. I like Aldi. I do, but I haven't seen any Christmas jumpers there. I've seen a lot of LED torches and stuff.
Well, Aldi's the only place you can go get a lettuce, a steak, and a fucking chainsaw in one aisle. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's great.
Lidl. Oh, you can do the same in Lidl as well.
Lidl's even worse. You get a fucking lettuce, steak, chainsaw, and a deck chair all in one aisle. You're like, shit, man.
Exactly.
That was the first joke when Lidl's first came along, and they're so much better now than they were, aren't they? But when they first came, they're selling like crushed biscuits cheap and stuff like that, weren't they? I didn't go in there, but the joke was like, what's 20 foot long and stinks of piss? The queue at Lidl's. Oh.
The only thing that ever puts me off Aldi is when you're packing up at the end and they're literally just fucking throwing stuff at you, like you've no bag.
Oh, there's a secret to that now, Mark. Especially with the perspex screens, you just don't let them push it through. You hold all your wine by the end of the glass, you see, and they can't push because they'll break the bottles. So you're like, in my time, you just leave a gap for the Maltesers to come through.
No, we have, haven't we, Becca? We've talked about it a couple of times, and I've got to say, now I'm not a snob, me, by any stretch of the imagination, but some of the clientele you get in Aldi, I can't be dealing with that kind of people. I just don't want to be around them kind of human beings. Okay, so I avoid Aldi now.
You avoid Aldi.
That sounds really fucking snobby, doesn't it?
It is. You're a snob. Never thought I'd ever hear the day we would call an MF or not MF, TVP a snob.
Can you just picture it now, Roy? Mark in Aldi. Get out of the way, peasant.
Do you know what it was?
Do you not know who I am? Room 306.
No, it was the last time I was in there, and I swear to God, this is God's honest truth, as God is my witness. So I'm queuing up, and I bought some tea for me, and Becca just bought a few bits. And there was a woman in front of me, and I don't know how to say this PC. She was rather large. She was rather large, enormous, I would say. She had these light grey leggings on, right? And you could literally see what kind of underwear she was wearing. And she went like that and scratched her ass. And I swear to God, she scratched her ass and she went right in front of me. And that's when I thought to myself, I can't shop in Aldi anymore. Like, I'm gagging here. That's disgusting. And you're touching everything. Look, no.
And that was
Bush Tucker challenge.
Oh dear. No, that wouldn't have been a good. That wouldn't have been a good experience, Mark. I must admit.
It was disgusting. It was grotesque. Like not over the pants either. She went in, which was come on.
Arm deep. Elbow deep.
Why ain't my
You.
So now I'm strictly a Sainsbury's man now. You get a much better level of clientele in Sainsbury's.
I quite like Sainsbury's, but I don't like their chicken. Which sounds
That's a bit
not-
random.
Sorry.
That's a bit random.
I don't like the chicken. I think all supermarkets do certain things well, don't they? Like I think Aldi's veg is far better than Tesco's, for example. You know, take the people aside who go in, but that's just my experience. But
Mr. Netrovape,
yes,
can I burst your bubble about the chicken?
yeah, go on.
The chicken supplied at Sainsbury's, Tesco, and Asda all comes from the same. It's all comes from exactly the same place, and M&S and Marks and Spencer chicken.
It might
all
well
comes
do,
from
but it doesn't seem
from
the
Moy
same to
Park.
me. Yeah, just don't seem the same. I nearly said something then. I'm holding it. I'm saving it for Friday night.
Yeah, save it for
Wait,
Friday
Mark.
night.
Is that you with the planes? Didn't you say an RAF base was close? Yeah, we do get planes. Dogfighting over here. There is an RAF. I think we're on a training thing somewhere quite nearby. It's actually quite nice to watch. It's all right. If a strand could hit an
Mark.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well,
TVP,
that's
do you have a
what
fridge
I
now beside you?
That's what
Do I have a what? Sorry.
Huh?
Do you have a fridge beside you now? Because normally you had to go up to the fridge to get your alcohol. Now you just
I
reach out and grab.
Never know, mate. I've got all this new setup here. I might have
Mini
a little cheeky beer fridge there.
A mini bar.
No, I've got all my new. I've told today. Obviously, I told you earlier, Matt. Becca's got coronavirus. She tested positive.
I didn't like
today.
to say it on air. So, yeah.
No, it's fine.
That's
It's fine. She's feeling all right. She just can't taste or smell anything. Feeling a little bit. So, obviously now I'm having to work from home. So I've just picked my PC up and phone and everything up, and it's all over my desk now. But they didn't put any fucking instructions in on how to set it up. There's about 56 leads in there. Like, come on.
Sorry, what was that for?
I'm working from home, aren't I?
I see. So you've got to have a PC, have you? At home?
I've got a PC, phone, the works, mate. I've got everything.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
So do they know when you're logged on?
Oh, yeah. They know the fucking second within the second when you log on.
Do you? Do you have to de-log?
Yeah, no, they monitor 24/7, don't they? Every single call's recorded, everything. They monitor everything you do.
Crikey. Paul Hinchcliffe says, if a strand could hit an insert, it could hit the deck anyway.
Correct. Yeah, no, I agree there.
Shall I let that go now, Mark?
Leave it till Friday.
Talking of which, we haven't put the big banner up, have we? Well, we did by mistake. So I'm bound.
Let's get the big one up. There you go. Just in case everyone in chat forgot, Friday, 9 p.m. this Friday. Just don't miss it. It's going to be amazing.
Niche Vape, me. Oh, there's a bit of Kahoot in there as well. Roy's Reviews, Rob UK Vapester, Mike MF Vape, and Mark Jackson. You can't really see his. It's the big bauble under the two red baubles. Well, there's more than two.
Yeah, no, his logo's a bit shit. I think you get a little bit of piss taking for that.
His logo's a bit shit. Oh, Mark, you have such a way with words.
And of course, my new logo on there, just for anyone that hasn't noticed yet, my brand new logo for next year.
It definitely reminds me of Top Gun. Yeah, it's up beside the It's and above the B and banter.
God, so it is. Such a.
It definitely looks like the Top Gun. It really looks like Top Gun.
I'll take that, Roy.
Is that logo number 3, Mark?
That's actually, since I started, that's logo number 6.
Is it?
Since I started, yeah.
Crikey.
I get bored. I just get bored, and I like keeping things, freshening things up a little bit. So, yeah, why not? Mr. Shrek, I've kept Kahoot on because we're going to have a little cheeky Kahoot on the night.
I'm dreading that, Mark.
So there you go, a little Christmas Kahoot.
I joined in on that once. I think I got 2 right. One was a vaping question, and I think the other one was a guess.
Well, this one is actually going to be strictly Christmas related, so all Christmas questions. So it's pretty much for all you people in chat now who plan on turning up Friday, go and do a little bit of research on your Christmas general knowledge.
Why do I think reading the Bible would be a waste
Marky
of
Mark.
time for your quiz?
Well, there might be one or two.
Depends
There might be
which
one or
version of the
two.
Bible.
Yeah, there might be one or two cheeky ones in there. You never know.
Okay.
Depends which version of the Bible you read.
Yeah, absolutely, Rufus. I'll put that comment on the screen. That would never happen, you see. That's why I'd never heard of it, Mark. Wouldn't happen with nature vape coils. That's why I'd never.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never used any. So
no, they're beneath you.
Ditto.
Nothing's beneath me, Mark, at the moment. Nothing.
You wish.
That's not what I've heard.
Phil Lee's got a good question, Mark. This is to you, Mark. Have you sent a nest to Jared the Vaping Goat, well-regarded US reviewer, who would probably love that?
No, I haven't. But I'm very happy to. Very happy to. I've sent Vapor Trail's got one. I haven't heard that he's done anything with it. Obviously, Grim Green got one. We all saw.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm good friends with Jared, so I'll get him to drop you an email, Mark.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, do well. Yeah, be good. 1 or 2 more comments about Les. I think that'll be ongoing, and I guess someone will do something, for Les in Les's memory. I hope they do. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think this is when you'll see the vaping community for what it really is. That people will actually join together and do some good.
This is when the vaping community is at its best, in my opinion. When something tragic like this happens, everyone comes together. It's like, it's like losing one of your own, isn't it?
Went round my mate's house once, and there was pages of lines. Oh, I see. I read that differently, Mark. He's in Rufus's comment. Went round my mate's house once, and there was pages of lines on the table. I must take my shoes off in the house. I thought it was like lines of cocaine. That's just what came. I thought you got some rum friends. Went round, there's just pages of lines on the table.
What's wrong with you?
That's
something I'd say.
I just read it as that and thought that's what came into my head. Right, moving on to something completely different.
Oh, Mark, just before you move off the nest, Rob Gain has said one of Jay Hayes' Patreons bought a nest and sent it to him.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'll be interested in that. He did a review of the Vapefly Sub-Ohm rebuildable coil, which is really similar to the Nest. If anyone thought that the Nest weren't going to be copied, bit spooky. It looks very similar to me. So, have you seen this? This is in Vapor Round in the magazine.
Okay. Oh my God.
Everyone's seen that sexy devil? I can't see where I'm posting it. There it is. The Devil Vapor.
Nice. Got a full write-up, full 2-page spread.
Yeah. Which was my question tonight on Rob's show. I said, did Dean ever think, who is Devil Day, a 3-page spread?
Oh.
Which way? That way. I said, did Dean ever think he would feature in a magazine that wasn't bought off the top shelf? That was my question to Dean.
Did he answer your question?
Yeah, he did, but he didn't. He knew this may potentially be coming, but he hasn't seen it yet. So I don't know if he's in chat or not. Sometimes he is, but he might see that.
I'm proud of Dean. I'm proud of how far he's come. The work he's put in the last 12 months is just ridiculous. absolutely just a joke. The work he's put in, working a full-time job as well, renovating a house, buying a new house, and still pumping review after review out, man. That guy deserves every fucking accolade on the planet.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? He has done well. Gareth Shrek Barker. There were no cars when Mark was at school. Nature Vapors is. Even the carts had square wheels. Yeah, you see, I was the younger chap that used to, I used to play a lot of sport when I was younger, and someone who's perhaps older in the team, I'd nickname him Bus Pass or something like that. I was that man, and now
you're Bus Pass.
Now I'm Bus
didn't
Pass.
Didn't the cars in your day have like holes in the floor so you could run with your legs like Fred and Wilma?
Well, they had that in those days they were built for women.
Or a wind-up start on the front.
Yeah, they did have them. My parents had one, an Austin Cambridge with that on the front. But in those days, they were built for women. They'd had a choke that came out the steering column, so the women could put the handbag on something. You see, it's all different now.
Abed Max, just to let you know that Nature Vape runs about 20 minutes behind in chat, so that's probably why he hasn't got to your question yet. But I did put an answer in there for you.
You don't have to get ahead of me. I'll get there in the end. I'm like British Rail. I'll get there in the end.
He'll get there, Max. Don't worry. It'll get to
next week.
Oh no, actually, we've only got 13 minutes left, so I'll ask the question now. Can you please recommend high-end Motorlung that is good for multiple tobacco flavour?
That was the question, was it?
Yeah.
A high end. Well, define high end. You don't have to pay through the smoke
Nevermore
to get something decent.
Nevermore.
At the moment, I would actually say probably the Nevermore. I think especially for someone who hasn't had, I don't know, half a dozen plus mouth to lung rebuildable RTAs, it is quite forgiving. Did you find it forgiving, Mark?
Oh, the Wicking's absolutely forgiving.
Absolutely forgiving, and I think you'll get a decent vaping experience from it, even if you build it badly. So I would, and the build quality is superb, and obviously,
yeah, I'd go with the Nevermore, the Careful 2019, or I'm going to throw a curveball out there. I know Mark will probably shoot me in the face for this, but I quite like the Pandora. As long as you don't say
the cog.
No, the Pandora. I really like the vape on it. Really like the vape on it. I'm not going to lie.
And Michelle, if you'd been in from the start, you would know what we were all vaping on because we all went over what we were vaping on.
Yeah, any of them three, Abed Max, and you won't go wrong. Trust me.
The Pandora was pretty odd. I can't even find mine. I think I threw it away in disgust. But I can't knock it. The RTA, it weren't bad. There's one or two issues with some of them, with extensions, etc. But the vaping was okay. I'll throw a fourth out there, and I know it's old, and you know what I'm going to say, is the True Tank.
And the True Tank, of course.
And I'll tell you what.
Mine's taking pride of place up there somewhere.
There's the little True Tank. There she is. So, yeah.
Maybe after Christmas I'll have to look at purchasing one of those just to see.
I still sell quite a few True Tanks.
Careful, baby.
I got my cape on a nugget.
What's
a nugget.
But yeah, that's the berserk.
Those four, I guess, at the minute, I would say. And the Purity Plus isn't bad either, but I would say that would probably be my number 5 or 6. I would the Nevermore takes some beating, I think.
The thing is with all these high-end RTAs, now, I don't really vape on high-end Motorlung RTAs. I have got a few Ed Zacharys of them, a few, Lucky Likey, which they don't vape bad. They don't vape. I think a lot of them are overcomplicated, unnecessarily. I think they're just over-machined, over-designed. I'm not a massive fan of them. I like simple. I just like simple that works.
Some of these comments. Captain Birdseye going out with these rod. I know some trawlermen in Essex who are going down to Cornwall to fish as the stocks are so bad. Kieran, oh God, here he goes talking about the wars. During the war, Uncle Albert eat your heart out. Yeah, thanks, boys.
During the wall.
During the war.
We watched an episode of Only for Becca's dad loves it. The one where Albert kept falling down the cellars and they did the court
Yeah,
case.
I know. For a bit of compo.
They start rhyming them all off. 1949.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Some of those were just absolute classics, weren't they? So on your it's only banter, Mark. Are we going to have a build off or anything like that, or is it just going to be?
Well, I was thinking about it, but I think I've left it too late now. I don't know. I might message the boys tomorrow and just see what's what, see what everyone's got, and maybe if we can do something like that, it'd be fun.
Well, I can tell you, Niche has got a nest. I can tell you that MF has got one. I can tell you Roy's got one. I can.
Has Tarquin got one?
Yes, and so is Mark Jackson.
Dude, it's a nest build-off.
There'll be some people shaking now. Oh my God!
And do you know what? Look at MF there saying no. We've all got one, Mike. So
I'm up for it.
There's no excuse.
I'm definitely up for it.
We can't be using the pre-mades either that he sent us.
I don't have pre-mades.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Brewdogs in the fridge. Royal Mail ain't been the same since you left to my world. Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of people having a right pop at Royal Mail lately, and I'm actually gonna stand up for them a bit because we've got a pandemic, and you think the amount of people off work, and you think of the busiest time of the year, put those two combinations together. I think we're lucky they're actually delivering mail in some areas. So, I think cut them a bit of slack.
Well, our office, just before I got, again, unceremoniously fired, thank you, Royal Mail.
There's a picture building.
There's a pattern emerging here. But our office, so we had 49 staff, and at one point we was operating on 19 staff, and that's getting every single walkout every single day, doing every single parcel every single day. Some people were working till 7-8 p.m. So yeah, cut them a bit of slack, man. They're struggling like hell.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're working really hard. I know our postman who normally gets here about like lunchtime, 1 o'clock. He's been getting here at 5.
Yeah, they will do. Not like you said. Not only are we dealing with a global pandemic where the posties are absolutely dropping like flies. The company wide, at one point in August, we was operating at 40% staff. Company wide, 40% staff.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say a bad.
Now we've got Christmas on top.
I won't say a bad thing about Royal Mail because my wee sister moved from Londonderry back to Ballymena. So she's in the process. She moved down last night, but she told one of her friends in Southern Ireland she was moving, so they'd sent her a card to her new house. But because she hadn't moved in, it was addressed to Phyllis McPeak at blah address. The postman actually took it to my mum and dad's house because he knew that Phyllis wasn't living there. So he took it to my mum and dad's address and delivered it there, but she hadn't told my mum and dad that she was moving back to Ballymena. As
a company, Royal Mail absolutely suck because what they've done during this pandemic and during the Christmas period is now given the porties even more work by picking up collections from people's houses. So if you want to post a parcel now, you can pay £2.5 whatever online, and the postie has to go and fucking collect it. So screw the company. It's the posties. It's the people on the street. I really feel
people on the street. Yeah.
You can recognise them. They're quite slender in the main. Mark used to be when he.
That used to be, yeah. This office job's it's not agreeing with me.
Oh, dear.
That's why I started wearing all black.
DE says, "What did Grim say about the nest?" He was very actually complimentary, but he made a right pills of putting the building on his live. To be fair, he's doing well until he decided to pull the coil off the rod and then bend the legs, and it was all downhill from there. You don't have to use.
He made an arse of the build, and then he made an arse out of the wicking as well.
Yeah,
because he didn't fucking wick it.
No, he liked it without the it's called the nest for a reason. It looks like a bird's nest with all the cotton around it. He didn't like the cotton around it. He thought it was better without. But there you go.
But he did say it vapes very, very, very well.
Sorry, what, the one you've got there?
No, he did say it vapes very well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about the one you're vaping on now. Yeah, he did. He did say it vapes really well. He said, in fact, Jay Jarry says here it's the only mesh RDA that Grim likes. So yeah, he did. And he, to be fair to him, he did say, look, this is me. He said every build I've done has gone really well until I've done the live. So it happens. It happens. It happens. I've got to. Can you recommend a high-end mouth to lung? I'm nearly caught up. You see, I'm getting there.
What did I say? Like 13 minutes later. I did say you might just make it before 10.
Well, I've got there now.
Roy's using the loudest keyboard in the world. Yeah, it's a mechanical keyboard, so it's going to be loud.
That is loud as shit, Roy. Like. Loud.
What? Sorry, what's loud? I was reading through chat.
My keyboard is loud.
Yeah, your keyboard is loud. When you're typing away earlier, I thought, Jesus Christ. I thought you were actually making a mod or something down there.
Mechanical keyboard, what can I say?
Rufus.
Yeah, Cron said Grim Green turned the nest into a cup.
Yeah, he did. Best Only Fools and Horses is the hand glider.
My God. That was when Rodney tricked him, weren't it, with a car phone? We don't have a car phone, Del.
A vertical round wire build and the nest build off. No, I don't think so. The other classic I like was when the film when they went on holiday and Rodney was he'd won the prize off the
kids prize.
Yeah,
the kid. When he went skateboarding and he come back with them knee pads on.
Funny as hell. It really was.
I must be one of the few people that doesn't like Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, Roy. Honest to God.
No.
I could just watch it forever, like repeat after repeat. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no.
No. It's like Michelle watches Friends and Big Bang Theory, and I'm just like, oh.
I can't stand the canned laughter on the Big Bang Theory. It's like laugh, turn off, laugh, turn off. It's just can't deal with that. Oh, says Kieran, I do not have a postman, just a leaflet deliverer posting red cards as a doorbell. Well, yeah, there's a bit of that.
Do you know, for people, and I used to say this all the time, for people that moan about getting red cards, I was fucking in and this and that. Listen, we don't have these like ready writ out, so we get to your own literally post a red card and leg it. We have to fucking stand there in the pissing rain for 2 or 3 minutes writing this goddamn card out. Not only that, we have to take the parcel back to the office, sign it back in the office, take it out the next day. So when you say we love dishing out red cards, we really don't.
It's more of a hassle to do that than it is to get
it's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
I could have had a right result off Amazon, though, because the amount of times they come and knock on my door for next door. So, number 1, there's a big sign at the bottom that says number 2.
Amazon are the worst, mate. They just leave it on your doorstep. It's like,
yeah, they do.
Contactless delivery. At least knock on the door, bro. Me and Becca have been out before. There's a parcel on the step. Like, the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I have caught up with chat. The last chat I've got is Gareth, red card, Hermes love it. So I have caught up. Oh, nearly. But only in about 2 episodes. No, I just think Only Fools and Horses was. The Trigger's broom and that. You can't make comedy like that. You just can't.
Nobody writes comedy like that anymore.
No.
Who would think to write that? I mean, there's so many, like the Chandelier episode, the one where they painted the Chinese factory in glow in the dark, takeaway in glow in the dark paint.
Yeah.
Just so many wonderful episodes, man. Yeah. Margate. Who forget Margate? Jolly Boy's outing.
What's that other one where I think he's at the vets or something. He's on about his gerboil.
Gerboil. Yeah, again, the one where they watched Marlon Dog. or Denzel's fucking budgie. They thought they killed it. And then they come home and said it was dead before we left.
That's right.
Replaced it. Brilliant.
Gareth says I've skipped 40 minutes though. No, I didn't, Gareth. I was all right. Well, we've hit that 10 o'clock. I don't know where that time has gone. We've just been having a general chat and a bit of fun, haven't we? Just, I don't know where it goes. Just hour and a half.
Easing into Christmas.
Easing into Friday.
I must find a bit of holly ready for Friday. Shall we just, in case anyone's missed it, shall we just put that up again?
Let's put it up one more time.
It's the little one. I'll just hang over the top. Here it is.
For all you people that missed it, Friday, 9 p.m. this Friday at TVP channel, it's going to be
Epic.
So, yeah, dressed up as Batman and Robin. Yeah. Now, which one did I put on? Hey, I got them all on now. Hang on. We got big, little, and all sorts. Right. I knew I'd make a mistake at some point tonight. Well done, me. Roy, Mark said hello first. Would you like to say goodbye first?
Just like to say thank you to everybody in chat, and thank you again, Mr. Nitrevia, for having me on your show. And
Very
Mr.
well.
TVP, it's a pleasure to be on the show with you, and looking forward to Friday night again.
Always.
And everybody in chat, thank you for making the entertainment as usual and giving us things to talk about. And I'll pass across to the legend that is.
Hang on.
Oh,
Are you just thanking the 47 people that have given a thumbs up? Or are you
No.
thanking more than 50 that haven't?
the more than I'm thanking the 48 that have,
Bastards.
and
Absolute
the four downs as well. Well,
Oh, we won't worry
well,
about
that
it
is-
tonight. I think 4 downs with Mark and you on here is an absolute result.
That's a
It
win.
is. That's a win-win situation. So there's 52
Anything
likes.
less
Come
than
on,
50
folks.
is an absolute win.
You know rightly that TVP won't say goodbye until there's at least 90.
90, Christ.
Yeah, well, there's 112 watching, and there's 57 likes now. So come on,
Yeah, well, that's 10 more than it was a minute ago. So thank you.
there's 60.
Thank you, guys. So you were going to pass it somewhere. Where were we going to pass it?
I was going to pass it to the legend that is Mr. TVP.
Stop calling me that, Roy.
The leg end.
No, you can keep calling me that. No, thank you, Mark, again. Always a pleasure. Thank you to Roy again. Love sharing the screen with you two guys. Absolutely fantastic. You sheriff bastards, hit that thumbs up for Mark right now. Hit the thumbs up before you go, and don't forget Friday, 9 p.m. Funny Banter, mate. Come on, let's have it. Thank you.
What's happening Friday?
And also, one last time, rest in peace, my good friend Les Picking. You will be missed, and I did love you a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. You could almost. Do you remember earlier when you said about Roy patting you on the head? You could actually, when you went like that, you could almost pat Roy on the head.
Just like Roy. There's little Roy.
Mark, as I said in Tarquin's show earlier, you were actually the very first UK reviewer I subscribed to.
I know. Long time ago, Roy, as well.
Yeah, I was listening to that. They were saying about the first people that, they subscribed to. I think I Get You was my first one.
I'm not going to tell you who mine was because I'm ashamed.
Well, now we've got to know, haven't we?
VW.
Well, I'm just absolutely mortified and ashamed. It was Victor.
Victor who?
No comment.
Victor first.
Right. Okay. Yep. Thanks, everyone. 70 thumbs up now. Appreciate that.
72.
Thank you, guys. Means a lot. Thanks for all your chat. We've had a bit of fun tonight. It's been enjoyable as always. I think in these times we tend to get a bit, agitated. I think this virus, we've had a year of it nearly now. It seems like a year. It's not until March, of course, but it feels like it. So little things like this, hopefully just lift people's weeks a little bit, and your comments are always good. Mark, thank you ever so much for coming on. Roy, thank you for coming on. Everybody stay safe. And I'll put it up one more time. We will all see you. Yeah, us three will all see you. Oh, I don't want that one. This one.
Well done, Roy.
We'll see you all Friday the 18th, this Friday at 9 p.m. on Mark's TVP's channel for it's only banter, mate, and I'll be bringing some holly and maybe some wine.
You better be bringing more than holly.
The mistletoe on the belly button.
If you rock up in a set of holly wearing it as a jockstrap, Mark, we've got issues.
I'll put Fiona Clark's comment up. No, it's all gone bandy. All right. Thank you, folks. Stay safe. Take care. Bye for now.
See you guys.